Hi, this is Allison Richard, your stress management and self-care coach. And today I'm bringing you a video to increase courage. So often when we think of courage, we think of kind of really big acts of bravery. But in truth, simply living life every day takes a lot of courage. So it takes a lot of courage to be open-hearted. It takes a lot of courage to trust. It takes a lot of courage to be vulnerable, to be authentic, to make change, to dream, to go to the doctors, sometimes even just to get out of bed. So, whatever it is that you need courage for today, whether big or small, just use this routine to help to increase courage. And so, just to start, I want you to take your hands and just kind of put your hands on your heart. And as you do that, I just want you to take a deep breath in as though your breath originates from your heart. And then just sigh that breath out. Good. So that word of courage comes from the kind of Latin root and the Old French of heart. It really, from the Old French, it really means the heart in relation to kind of the seat of your emotions. So really working with courage from that place of the heart for today. And so as you start, we're going to do a few rounds of tapping. So as we go through for this, first round, I want you to really sit with and maybe acknowledge any fear that you have, because I think oftentimes the opposite of courage, or something that, goes along when we think of courage, is we need that courage because there is some sort of fear that's there. So as we tap through the first round, you're going to think about and just acknowledge maybe any fear that is there for you around whatever it is that maybe you need a little bit more courage for. And then we're going to move on from there. So as we start, you're going to start on the very top of your head, and you can do palm flat if you want. There's a lot of points up here. We're kind of tapping towards the governing meridian, but there's a lot of points up here. So you can either do palm flat or you can kind of do center of the head. So just tapping here. And again, as you're here, I just want you to take a deep breath in, exhaling, and just allowing your body to start to relax. But also allowing yourself, so as we tap through these points, it's just helping the body to relax while you are allowing yourself to just acknowledge that fear. So fear is not a bad thing. It's not something we need to push away or run away from. So maybe acknowledging any fear that's there for you. And then take your fingers, you're going to tap the sides of your eyes. And again, so as we tap, just maybe allowing whatever's going to come up for you around any fears, anything that you feel like you need courage for, maybe why you feel like you need courage, what feels like it's a barrier to you having it, what's holding you back. And then you're going to take your fingers and you're going to find, if you go to the base of your skull, there's that little indentation in the middle, right, where your spine comes up to meet the base of your skull. There's those two little bones on either side that poke out of that occipital ridge. I just want you to take your fingers there for a moment. You're just going to massage those. You could tap them if you want, but we'll just be a little gentler with these, and we're just going to massage. And so as you do that, think about just kind of letting the head release back into the fingers as you massage those 2 points. And again, just take a deep breath in, exhaling. So maybe noticing if there is any tension there for you. So this is exactly where your amygdala sits, that part of your brain that sends that fight or flight response to the body when there is fear, when it senses danger. So really allowing this part of your brain to relax. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling it out. Good. And then you're going to take your fingers and you're going to do both tap below the nose and under that bottom lip. So just tapping at the same time. Again, if there's any other thoughts that are coming up for you, really just kind of letting your brain think of any of the fears, any of the thoughts. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Good. And then taking your fingers towards kind of the center of your chest. So if you find your armpits, just go straight in from your armpits. So you're in the middle of your chest on either side, tapping there. So just tapping your lung points, maybe helping yourself think think about the possibility of starting to let go of some of that fear. So just being open to the possibility that you can let go of some of that fear. And then taking one hand, doesn't matter which one, to the center of your chest, just tapping at your heart for a moment. And again, so as we tap on that heart, really just hearing kind of that sternum, the bone at the center, just hearing that sound of the tapping, allowing that to just really stimulate that heart and all of that kind of courage that comes from the heart. And then taking your hands to the sides of your ribs. So it's kind of about 4 or 5 inches down from your armpits. Just take the fingers as wide as you can, as wide as your shoulders will allow you to. Just tapping the spleen points, helping to increase that sense of possibility and faith in letting go of that fear and having courage. And then you're going to come back to the top of the head. So as we move through this round, I want you to start to acknowledge some of the ways that you've been courageous before. So just starting to think of things you've done in the past that maybe you were afraid to do, but that you did. Maybe it was getting a new job or moving, maybe speaking up for yourself. Just beginning, I'm going to move to the sides of the eyes again. Starting to allow some of those moments in the past where you had courage. And again, they can be little moments. Brain does not differentiate little and big. We do that. So anything that you went through and had courage, it's all the same. Good. And then you're going to come again to the massage those points at the base of the skull. And then just reminding yourself as you massage here that can either take these words in or repeat them after me. I have made it through 100% of my days so far. Just really taking that in. All the hard days, all the things you couldn't do. Good. And then tapping again below the nose, above the lip. I have experienced hard things and made it through. And then tapping on the lungs, center of the chest. I am letting go of that fear. Tapping at your heart, I am resourceful. Maybe even if you don't know what to do or the steps to take, beginning to have faith and trusting in yourself and your ability to figure it out. So tapping the spleen points again, increasing that trust in yourself, who you are, what you are capable of doing. And then last time we're going to tap a little bit faster on this third round. So top of the head. Just starting to be open to trusting yourself, trusting the process, and allowing that courage to carry you through. Sides of the eyes. Good. Taking a moment, massaging or tapping if you want now, those points at the back of the head. And then below the nose, under that bottom lip, tapping on the lungs. Tapping the center of the chest, just feeling that increase, maybe a little more energy in your body, a little more courage, a little more just excitement at the thought versus fear, maybe being excited about what's possible. And then lastly, coming to the spleen. Good. And then I just want you to pause for a moment, take a deep, deep breath in. Good. And then lastly, you're going to take one hand onto your forehead, take the other hand to the kind of the third chakra, so right below the bottom of your rib cage, above your navel, that space there. And I just want you to tap that space at your third chakra for a moment. And it doesn't matter which hand goes where. And I want you to either, again, take in the words or say to yourself, I can stay connected to my core in my own internal strength and tap into my courage. I can stay connected to my core, my own internal strength, and tap into my courage. And then just pause that hand from tapping. Go ahead and just take a deep breath in. Open your mouth side out, let it go. Releasing your hands down. Hopefully you are feeling a little more energized, a little more courageous as you move into the rest of your day and your week. Please feel free to subscribe for more videos, and I will see you again soon.